keeping up with the Commodore, 'cause the Commodore is keeping up with you. In a world of fun and fantasy, and ever-changing views, and computer terminology, Commodore is news. Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you. Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
In January 1982, the Commodore 64 personal computer was introduced with a 64K built-in memory for under $600. So to stay even with Commodore in memory and price, IBM will have to slash its price, quadruple its memory. Apple will also be faced with a sizable chore, and so will Atari. As Shearson American Express put it, the Commodore 64 could be the microcomputer industry's outstanding new product introduction since the birth of the industry.
I'm more alive than ever before. Into my Commodore 64. My friends are knocking down my door to get into my Commodore 64.
It's mind-boggling. Commodore 64 lets you play hundreds more games than any video machine, plus draw, program, even do music.
I'm more alive than ever before, and my friends are knocking down my door. 'Cause now we're into so much more. We're into our Commodore 64.
Last year, we asked our competition to pick the best personal computer based on price and memory. They all chose the Commodore 64. With all the changes in the computer industry, we thought we'd better check again. The new IBM personal computer chose the Commodore 64. The new Apple IIe chose the Commodore 64. The more things change, the more things stay the same. Commodore, in more homes than any other home computer. Some people buy an IBM personal computer to manage their finances. But after spending $1,355, what finances are left to manage? Others think one of those tiny computers will do. Fine for storing a few phone numbers and recipes for Nestle Road pie. There's a choice between spending too much or getting too little computer. The Commodore 64 gives you as much memory as the IBM at less than half the cost. Commodore computers, in more homes than any other home computer.
A day in the life of a Commodore 64. The Commodore 64. Once you get it, you'll wonder how you got along without it.
IBM calls this a personal computer and says a person can afford it, yet it's over $1,500. Apple says computing is a revolution that can't be missed, but at $1,530 you could miss it. Atari says computers are now within reach. Well, the Commodore 64 has more built-in memory than the others, and it's under $600. So, while everyone else talks about the revolution that's coming, you can experience the revolution that's here.
I adore my 64, my Commodore 64. I sing with it, write with it, figure my path of flight with it, my Commodore 64. I rate with it, create with it, telecommunicate with it, my Commodore 64.
64K memory at a price that will put a computer in every home, business, and school years before anyone ever dreamed.
I adore my 64, my Commodore 64.
The Commodore 64 Family Pack is the best way I know to introduce your family to the world of the future. The Commodore 64 is the world's largest selling computer with more than 7 million units purchased worldwide and the world's largest software base for education and entertainment. With this superb Australian reference book included, all for $399 at Commodore dealers now.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
From Commodore, with a third more built-in memory than the Apple II, at half the cost. The Commodore 64.
Like most other home computers, the Commodore 64 is small and very agile. Unlike most other home computers, it has an enormous 64K memory. This means you can use more exciting and advanced software programs and get so much more enjoyment out of your home computer. The Commodore 64. Remember, it costs less than £230, and don't forget, it has the enormous memory.
For the price of a Commodore 64, here's what you get from Apple, from IBM. For what it costs to add a Commodore disk drive, Apple, IBM. Add a Commodore printer, Apple, IBM, the PC Junior. Add a Commodore modem, and now you can get an Apple IIe or an IBM PC Junior with 3 games. Is it any wonder Commodore sells more computers than Apple and IBM combined?
Kansainvälisesti menestyvät ne, joille riittää vain paras. Jo yli 70 000 suomalaista on valinnut Commodoren parhaaksi. Tasavallan tietokone. Commodore 64. Niille, joille vain Commodore on kyllin hyvä.
Nueva Drean Commodore 64C, ahora con más prestaciones que nunca. Nueva línea, lanzamiento simultáneo con los Estados Unidos. Nueva Drean Commodore 64C, la computadora personal más vendida del mundo.
S'amuse beaucoup quand elle fait son algèbre. François Bellil termine les plans de magasin. Ils font tout ça et plus encore avec un Commodore 64. Eric a un problème de géographie, mais il trouve la réponse à l'écran.
Commodore met l'ordinateur à la portée de tous.
Happy Christmas, kids.
Happy Christmas, Mom.
Hey, everyone! Look what I found!
Commodore's new computer compendium gives your family thousands of interesting and enjoyable things to do.
Adrian Mole.
Oh, great! You choose, Rebecca.
You can play exciting games like Adrian Mole.
Drean. What you doing, Dad?
Capturing the beauties of nature, son.
You can draw fabulous pictures.
You
can even play music. Rescue your family from boredom this Christmas with the Commodore Computer Compendium.
Good luck, son. Make us proud. Forward! Bye, Mom, all right!
This year, 2 million families will send their kids off to college. But many of these kids won't be able to compete because they lack computer skills. A home computer can help. The Commodore 64 gives you more computer for less money than anyone else. Instead of saving for your kids' education, maybe you should spend a little for it.
Commodore 64. Commodore 64 ti aiuta nella vita, ti aiuta nello studio, ti aiuta in casa. E giochi, giochi!
Dimmi come fai se non ce l'hai.
Commodore 64. Mai un grande personal è costato così poco.
Commodore Computer.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and there in the house, the kitten discovered the new Commodore's mouse. Now touch the mouse to do what you choose. The mouse makes the Commodore simpler to use. Educate, entertain, put thoughts together. The world's best-selling family computer just got better. So bring home the new Commodore 64 now. A Commodore Christmas to all. And to all,
They didn't buy a Commodore computer, and they'd rather not be recognized.
My computer costs 3 times as much as a Commodore 64.
For the same memory.
Commodore games cost almost half as much as my games.
Commodore business programs cost about 1/3 as much.
If you don't look into Commodore before you buy a computer, you'll be sorry.
I could have saved the school, oh, so much.
The Commodore Amiga 500 now comes with the exciting Batman package, all class of the 90s, the fun way to learn. Is he doing his homework or playing the Joker?
name's Kylie, and guess what? Has Amanda such a show. She just blabs about his band she's met. What an idiot. So guess what? I made this picture of me with the band. Amanda will spit blood badly when she sees this fair income. Then I'm going to put myself in their video. So easy, because guess what? My Commodore Amiga is so excellent, and Amanda's such a bogan because she won't know how I did it. So good. See ya.
To oversee its massive Australian operations, BHP run more than 100 Commodore PCs, and giants like BHP don't buy toys. Commodore PCs, for those who know better. To interpret test track data, BMW Germany run more than 600 Commodore PCs, and companies like BMW don't buy toys. Commodore PCs, for those who know better. To control its entire network, the German Federal Railways run more than 1,200 Commodore PCs, and corporations like German Rail don't buy toys. Commodore PCs, for those who know better.
Now you can be Batman and introduce your family to home computing for only $795 with the Commodore 64 Movie Pack. You'll get this great Batman game, plus a productivity package complete with expert writer and expert filer, and be a Ghostbuster too.
Time's up, Dad. I need to finish my homework.
What? For only $795, the Commodore 64 Movie Pack is great for kids of all ages. This commercial was created on a home computer with the amazing Commodore Amiga 500, the world's most advanced home and small business computer. For only $1,495, the Amiga 500 Starter Kit offers you a world of possibilities. Add from the thousands of software packages available, and your Amiga can talk, teach, animate, paint, play music, and so much more. Borrow Amiga the Movie from your Commodore dealer and discover how the Commodore Amiga 500 can let your imagination run free.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
This year, Commodore's Family Pack is more value than ever. You get an education in computers with the new Commodore 64, all these extras, plus 4 very realistic games, like Le Mans Formula 1 racing, one-day cricket match, and the armchair official America's Cup computer game. The new Commodore 64 Family Pack, $499, keeping you ahead in the game of life.
Now we come to the main.
In the competitive world of home computers, the Commodore 64 is absolutely unbeatable. With its enormous 64K memory, its printers, plotter, disk drive, monitor, and its vast range of software, we believe the only thing the Commodore 64 doesn't have is any serious competition. The Commodore 64. Never forget it's the world's biggest selling home computer.
The Commodore 64 home computer has an unusually large memory. Remember? It also has all the peripherals you're ever likely to need. Monitors, plotters, printers, disk drives, and a vast range of software. Which means you'll get so much more enjoyment out of your home computer. The Commodore 64. Remember the enormous memory, but don't forget the peripherals and software.
My Commodore 64. I cook with it, scheme with it, educate the team with it. My Commodore 64. I kids with it, cats with it, count my chicks before the hatch with it. My Commodore 64.
64K memory at a price that will put a computer in every home, business, and school years before anyone ever dreamed.
I adore my 64, my Commodore 64.
There's only one problem with having a personal computer on your office desk. It's sometimes very difficult to take your work home with you. So if you've ever wished that you could afford a famous brand personal computer at home that matches the one on your desk, this is your chance.
What's the deal, John?
This is the Commodore PC5. It's IBM compatible, naturally, so it runs the same programs you use at the office.
What is the deal?
It's powerful enough to run even the largest programs. And like all PCs in the Commodore range, it's expandable.
What is the deal?
Here's the deal. You buy the Commodore PC5 now at this low price, and for only $100 more, Commodore will give you this high-resolution monochrome monitor, a complete package of software, and a training course. You'll save about $1,000.
Now that's what I call a deal.
To find out more about this extremely generous special offer and to see the full range of Commodore PCs, contact your Commodore dealer now.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
If you imagined having a home computer would be glum, you'll be glad to see the Commodore Amiga 500, which does arcade-quality games. You can compose a symphony, or you can plan a new garden. The Amiga 500 could make all the difference to a child's education. So don't imagine having a home computer would be glum, because happily you can buy a Commodore Amiga 500. For details, call 01-873-9800. You'll be glad you did.
Experience the mind unbounded. Amiga, the first personal computer that gives you a creative edge.
Hey, have a look at this tape Matt gave me.
Oh yeah, what's it about?
A computer. Whoa, look at this. Yeah, it does huge graphics and games. It's got stereo.
Oh, better than mine.
Fast forward it.
Matt's got thousands of programs for it.
Oh, strap in.
Make the homework hot.
Nothing will make your homework hot.
Fast forward.
Can it draw? I don't know. What's it called?
Commodore Amiga. Brilliant stuff from under $1,000.
Excellent.
Put your life into fast forward.
This is for me.
Should your child be before you buy a computer? High school, when he's planning a career? Elementary school, when she can either fall behind or leap ahead? Or preschool, to give him a head start? When you buy is up to you, but Commodore makes the decision easier than any other computer. Because it's a 64, it's very powerful. Because it's Commodore, it's very affordable.
This is a Commodore home computer system. With it, you can learn music, take care of your household accounts, file your lists, type your letters, get into telecommunications, and entertain your family. But it all starts with the Commodore 64 or VIC-20. And now is the right time to start because the price of all Commodore software is now up to 50% less. Commodore computers, in more homes than any other home computer.
My 64, but there was Mom with her mailing list, Susie catching up on the math she'd missed, and playing music a little rock. The dad was charting his favorite stock. Commodore is great to play and learn, especially when I finally get my turn.
Commodore, bringing computers down to earth.